Hi, my name is Dennis Jameson, and I'm going to introduce you to the Foundation School Program, or FSP. The Foundation School Program was created in 1949. It's how the state decides how schools are paid. It is divided into two parts: the operations funding for general operations, and the facilities funding to help with debts. The operations funding is divided three ways: Tier 1, Tier 2, and the compressed tax rate. Tier 1 is the basic funding based on the student population, or ADA, average daily attendance. Tier 2 is provided to help needs above the basics. These are called golden pennies and copper pennies, which are subject to recapture. Basic allotment, which is part of Tier 1, is $4,765 times the number of students, or ADA. The ADA is determined by 6 weeks, period. Then it is divided by the number of days in each 6 weeks, and added together, then divided by 6. The Cost of Education Index, or CEI, can adjust funding for districts that are small and have low income. It increases ADA rates by about 1/3. The facilities funding gives districts assistance when paying debts incurred for bonds on buildings or debts incurred for services. The Regular Program Adjustment Factor, or RPAF, helps fund special programs like special education, gifted and talented, bilingual, and others. Doing this creates what is called the adjusted allotment. These adjustment factors can also include things like numbers of students, teacher salaries in neighboring districts, and incomes for the area. The transportation allotment is provided for students who live 2 or more miles from their campus, or closer for special needs or in hardship cases. There's also allotments for high school students, about $275 per ADA with grades 9 through 12. The WADA, or Weighted Average Daily Attendance, is calculated by taking the Title I entitlement amount and then taking away transportation amounts, new instructional facilities allotment, high school allotment, and 50% of the cost of education index. If you're getting lost, you're not alone. Tier 2 is considered an enrichment. So, if the district does not reach the funding level needed under Tier 2, then they go to Tier 1. Under Tier 1, then they go to Tier 2. Golden pennies are the cents on tax above the controlled tax rate as part of the Tier 2 funding. It only allows 6 cents above, and is safe from recapture. And the last two have to be voted on by the public, up to $60 per penny per student. Copper pennies are any cents above the golden pennies, also Tier 2 funding. These too have to be voted on by the public, up to $31.95 per penny per student. These are subject to recapture if they pass the property tax rate of $1.17 per $100 property value. The compressed tax rate assures that districts have a set amount per student using the Weighted Average Daily Attendance, or WADA. Local funds are the first line of funding. If local funds provide enough, then the district is considered a balanced budget. The state kicks in. If not, the state kicks in to reach a certain level. The LFA, or Local Funds Assignment, is the district's responsibility. It is based on the controlled tax rate, or CTR, of $1 for every $100 property value. The district entitlement tax rate, or DTR, is Tier 2. This is capped at 17 cents of the $100. property value above the $101 assigned under Tier 1. Texas law requires wealthy districts to share the wealth sometimes. This is called the Robin Hood Plan, or Chapter 41. If a district is property poor and cannot reach its guaranteed funding, the state adds to their funding. If they are property rich, then they take what is above the $59.97 per student and share it with the poor districts. As a part of the Chapter 41, which is also referred to as EWLs, or Equalized Wealth Levels, it is divided into 3 levels. First level is $475,500 per lot. Level 2 is the golden pennies, the state's portion if not, it cannot get it in local funds. And the third level is $319,500 per water, past the control tax rate, and the golden pennies combined. These are the copper pennies. There are 5 options available for rich districts. 1 is to combine with another district. 2 is to detach property. 3 is to buy state attendance credits. 4 is to work with another district to help with some of their students. 5 is to combine a tax base to another district. They may choose one or more. Every school year, the district has to present a summary of financial report, SOF. It presents 2 reports, legislative payments, or LPE, and the district planning estimates, or DPE. As the year progresses, they are updated to reflect changes needed. If the summary shows a surplus of funds, or not enough, the district has to settle up. If over, they pay the state. If over, they pay the state. If not, they receive funds from the state. School funding does not end with FSB. There are other funding revenues. There is an Available School Fund, or ASF, established in 1949, and the Permanent School Fund from 1876, which comes from land revenues, offshore oil, and mineral rights established in the Constitution of 1876. If you feel you find this all a bit confusing, you are not alone. It has left me a bit frazzled. Best of luck.